All right. Happy Fading Suns Day, everybody. Yes, that is not Fading Sun sitting there on the screen in front of you. Sorry about that, but we've been having some modding discussions, changes, fixes, and all kinds of things. I'll be talking about a few things and showing the game. There we go. Now I'm hearing my voice. There we go. Hope it is coming through well to you. All right, so obviously, when we make these updates, it's not released yet. Will be soon. Haven't exactly set the date, but we expect it soon. These DAT files and config files change. So you should be aware of this. So if you go to the DAT folder for EFS, you'll see all these files that you can make the changes to using any simple text editor. Look, I'm using Notepad, classic old Notepad. And you can change all of these things. Some of these you can change in game. Some of these you have to change in that file. Like if you want it to start at a different year, you can start it at year 1. You can do that. You can change how long it takes for the votes between regencies and so forth. Have it happen more often, less frequently. Change how much money you start with. But the reason I'm bringing this up, first of all, if you have made changes to this on your own, back it up. First, back up the original, then back up the changes you've made. Because we'll be making often some changes and we might overwrite what you've done. So make sure you've backed up the DAT files you've modified for your own gameplay. Secondly, there have been a lot of discussions about things like rebellion, because there's been a lot of rebellion in my game. You can reduce when the rebellion kicks in. So currently, City Rebellion in my game, this is the default, kicks in when loyalty gets to 25. If you want less rebellion, lower it. If you want more rebellion, it's always fun, increase it. And here you see how my skimming of the tithe has upset the populace that way. Plague is another big area people like to change. So you can increase the bonus for cure for necrosis. You can increase the value for hospitals. Decrease the health loss, increase the health loss. Increase or decrease how wide the infection radius, all those fun things. So yeah, feel free to modify all of those. And if you're watching on Steam, hello. I'll be checking chat for Steam and YouTube to my left. So we appreciate all of you joining us. And why am I not seeing all the good chats right now? Let's get this working right. Been having issues. Brian, there we go. Now I'm seeing it. So I need to back up my unit.dat file as I mod my own units. Exactly. Okay, thanks. Is this EFS.ini that you're showing on screen right now? This is EFS.ini. Very good, Brian. Absolutely. This is the EFS.ini file in the DAT folder. You are exactly right. So, yeah, if you've changed unit.dat, sect.dat, any of those, back them up. And then when the time comes, make sure you put your old changes into the new DAT folders. Sometimes we'll add lines to these. We'll give you more ability. There's a lot of stuff we didn't used to allow that now we do. One of the classic ones is now, this is already existing. It's not in the new update. It's already there. You can change the build formulas, what kind of things that the AI is weighted to build. Yeah, just check out this thing at the end of the EFS.ini file, and you'll get some information on what the AI should be building. If you don't like what we have them building, change it to build what you want to build. People have been talking about excommunication quite a bit in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, definitely go join that one. And things like prescription and the like, you can definitely, when texts get prescribed, you can definitely change that and which ones are most likely to be prescribed. The League and its declaring of the Second Republic. Deal with that war chest here when it happens. How much the interest rates go up and down, we let you change. The restock, here's that war chest. So yeah, when you'll be having to worry about that Third Republic popping up. So yeah, give you lots of different powers. But again, I'm mainly bringing this up to say we're going to have a new improved version of EFS Enhanced coming up. And if you've been making changes, I hope you have. I mean, it's so much fun to mess with these. I do it quite a bit, as you have seen. Back that up now and get ready to change it again. All right. So let's actually go into the game. And I've got a confession to make. In my testing recently, I had overwritten my live stream game once again with an older version of the game. So I discovered that today and was rapidly trying to catch up with the turn that we were in. So you're going to see a little bit of repeat gameplay from before. This isn't something you'll have a problem with unless you decide to test the game for us. Thanks to all our testers who have been testing this out. But yeah, I've got to go back and redo some of my old turn. I should have watched the video to see what I had done first. But let me show you something neat. One of the neat new changes in the game we've been talking about. So you usually see me select units with the select all button, all. And I can deselect them as well, right? Now, oops, let's get back to centered there. I can hit the A key on my keyboard to select all. Isn't that spiffy? I'll show you something else spiffy I can do. So I'm going to go ahead and put this garrison, this one militia unit. I'm going to fly out my my fighter here, my atmosphere fighter, just to do some nice little exploring. I can hit A right now. See, did A again to get it. So let's fly out my nice little atmosphere fighter, head on over. Get rid of a lot of the, oh, nice little ruins there. Good to see. But now I'm going to go back to that farm and hit A again. And look, just by that, I have selected it. Yes, hotkey. Right, Brian? Yep, we are increasing the hotkey ability. And you on Steam, I'm monitoring the chat there too. So don't worry, don't hesitate about chatting. In fact, let me type in there, feel free to ask questions here. And I forgot that I needed to be logged into a different account to make that work. Oh, well. So I can't chat in Steam, but I can read your chats when you post. Anyway, so we're going to garrison that militia unit again. Good to see a bunch of you popping up there in Steam. As well as in YouTube. Great to have all of you here. We'll be going through some of the changes. A lot of these changes are fixes of minor problems. For instance, one issue people have been complaining about is if there are a lot of units late in the game, you might start seeing a slowdown in gameplay. So we've added some late game performance improvements. So late game shouldn't slow down as much as it has. I'll show you one of the neat effects here in the Galaxy editor. So let's jump into space really quickly. So look, we're looking at Sutek, Veracruz. On random maps, not the Dark Ages. Dark Ages map is pretty sparse. Sometimes those names overlap and get confusing on random maps. But now if you hit, why is that not working like I hoped it would? Why is Control N not working like it was? All right, I'm going to have to look at that one. Never mind. Never mind. So one issue people were complaining about is sometimes you would highlight, and you're going through your units, the game would shift you to a new unit in space, but you wouldn't be on the right planet. Now that's been fixed. Same with auto officer bonuses working correctly in space. A lot of these are really minor issues. Like we had production overflow where would units go if you had already had 20 units in a city and there was nowhere else for them to go, what would happen with them? We've got it set so you just won't build in that case. A lot of little tiny art palette issues were fixed. Loan info in the city info screen. In fact, we've been having fun with city info. So be ready to see neat changes. I love the build button here. So for instance, if I want to build in the hospital on Veracruz, you like that white showing up there? I could just hit that and I would have it right here to do the building from the city. I know a lot of folks are doing a lot more playing from the city, from the city editor, from the city screen here. So pretty cool stuff. See where our assault landers have landed, that they're in the labs here and so forth. Yeah, so city info is getting pretty cool. Fixed a few map editor issues. I do like that A button in the select all. Oh, yeah, that go-to button. I should have mentioned that on the, whoops, wrong button. On the city info. Yeah, so if we want to go to that Fusorium on Aragon, pop onto the planet map right there. One other interface change folks have been asking for. Let's go back to that city info screen. So see the mouse cursor staying right there. And I'm using the number pad now to move through here, like a number of you have been asking for. More number pads. It's basically for any of these list windows, you can now use the number pad to move through those, as well as on scroll bars. So yeah, you see how the scroll bar is moving as I do that? So yes, a number of you have been asking for that improvement. Now it is there. Spiffy stuff. Hello, EBM. Good to have you here. Processing time took 10 minutes for base platform build circa 2018 for turn updates late game. Oh yeah, it's a lot different 2018. Yes, isn't that cool? You can build from the list. Thank you very much. Yeah. That's a neat little thing here. And of course, this search functionality is pretty cool. So I can look at all my forts, that kind of thing. Hey, why am I not building up Byzantium? Wait, I am building it. Oh, that's my ministry fort. Yeah, we're not building. See, isn't that cool now? You see that's my ministry fort. And that's my house fort. Isn't that cool? I love that little functionality. Little bit of information everywhere in the game now. Give you as much info as we can. And a couple other interesting fixes. So there's a point where if you dragged a cargo pod on top of another cargo pod, it would try to merge them, even if they weren't the same cargoes, like food and exotica was a common mistake people would do. Now it won't give you that option unless they're the same cargo. Did we fix the... we're still working on some little art things. So there might be more actual fixes in the game when it shows up. People have been having comments about the PTS guns, when they were firing correctly and not. I think we've taken care of that. Oh, the voting dialogue now has a background. That's right. Yeah, so the big modification we changed in this build is that League War Chest increase being moddable. So there's been a lot of discussion about the when the Third Republic shows up, and that lets you deal with it. And a bunch of little changes to the map editor, validating planet coordinates, and so forth. So, we'll continue playing a lot of these. Once again, quality of life improvements and fixes. A lot of these bugs, folks, most players haven't been seeing, but we're glad to fix the ones. When you call them out, we're glad to try and dig into them. Again, I mean, 75% of these changes are coming from requests from the community, especially in Discord, though, of course, we also monitor the Steam and GOG forums. So don't hesitate to post them, but Discord is the easiest one for us to look at, so we'll often look there first. EBM says, lots of helpful new things and the ongoing whack-a-mole of bug fixing. That's right. What did you say about PTS guns at present? They always miss star bases when they orbitally bombard. So star bases and PTS guns are something, we have been taking a look into. Part of the issue is when can they attack under shields, making sure they would shoot back from under shields, that sort of work. We're hoping that the fix we put in, sometimes I just would not fire properly. You've been noticing it with star bases, other folks have noted with other things, is that they would be able to, we hope that the overall change we did is taking care of that. So let us know when this comes out. There's also an issue, people were talking about, they didn't like the fact that ships, if they were landing and were being hit by a PTS gun that was under shields, could shoot the PTS gun even though it was under shield. That was an old way the game was set up. The idea was when you're landing, you could be under the shields and shoot them. Players just didn't like that. They figured they'd be shooting them at a higher altitude, so we've taken that out. Now, if PTS gun's under shield that their faction controls, your spaceships cannot hit them. Now, if you sail up a battleship, that's a whole different story. All right. So yeah, Brian, I'm going to be very interested in you testing that PTS gun versus Starbase complaint. Let me know. Yep. Yep. Thank you, Brian. Yeah, let me know. Give me a report back when we do launch this this version. All right. So these folks all need to land. Shoot, I'm pretty sure I was further along with this game than I'm seeing now. But say la vie. Let's get you on into the mine. Wait, we probably have enough movement to attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they could attack that and land, because that's probably all AA. Yeah, so I'd lose some stuff. So let's keep going around. Yeah, I should have kept a closer eye on what I was doing here. All right, so I think there was something down here. I really need to fly something around here, because this is stuff I remembered in the last game. Will do. I post regularly in the Steam forum. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. And if you don't mind me asking, let me know which name you use in the Steam forum. Okay. Yeah. I hate that I overwrote this with an older version of the game during testing. Again, you won't have that issue if you're not testing the game. All right, what was I doing with all these units? Don't I have... There, I've got a plane. Let's fly around and see if there's anything hidden in these mountains. Apparently not. Apparently not. We'll fly it on down to here, and we do want to go after those ruins eventually. What all of these folks are moving along to do. Get into those ruins. Maybe I should have had it camped. Yep. Dellebeck. Thank you. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. I'm glad to have you posting in the Steam forums. All of you watching on Steam, we do monitor the Steam forums. I will admit that I keep a closer eye on the Discord, but we do keep an eye on Steam and GOG forums as well. All right. All of these troops moving around. Hope that we can get them somewhere to get some healing soon, but they're marching. Doing their thing. Just going to the farm for one turn. I think that was one we captured. You were waiting to get picked up at some point. You all, I had been sailing them around to deal with the rebels over here, but I think I got enough air power to deal with those rebels. I'm going to come back to this. Not sure what I'm doing with this one either. Let's come back around to that one. Engineer. Man, really hate that I overwrote. We'll just have you build a chemical factory up here. Having a romance with the chemical factories. My chemical romance, as it were. All right. Build chemicals. I see you're only using aircraft for scouting. One of my Steam posts details why air units have limited effect and are not properly modeled. Go in and change the units. I appreciate you doing it. I will be attacking with the air, but I'm going to be using them against those AA units. I know I'm going to lose some stuff. When we first designed the game, aircraft was really overpowered. So we definitely nerfed it. I'm talking 28 years ago now. We definitely nerfed the air units then. We'd overpowered them dramatically. And since then, it's been this back and forth with them. We don't want them completely dominating the game. We want them to have a role in the game. And again, as you know, we want mixed unit tactics to be the heart of the game. Am I making enough money to... Let's do it in electronics. Orders. Build city. Electronics. Build. Yes. And build a militia legion. We want them to be part of stacks, not the whole stack. I think we have learned World War II with the Battle of Britain, Vietnam with the bombings of Hanoi, that air by itself does not win wars, that it is a combined effect, and generally more effective tactically in the battles themselves. We've seen, I think the Battle of Britain is a great example where Goring was dumb enough to think that he could bomb Britain into submission if the Nazis could take it over by air. And of course, it definitely strengthened the British resolve while turning America more and more against the Nazi Party in Germany at the time. So strategic bombing can have a role, but it's not going to win the war for anybody. All right, we got this nice stack here. I think we got a transport up in space to come down and get these. Then I could bring them right there, and then they can be there we go. That's what we're doing. All right, go up into space. We got this nice little transport. Where did I just say that group was? They were, well, we've got another stack in there. Do not mean to go to Sutek yet. Let's finish up on Aragon. I understand why I went to Sutek, because I did that from in space. There we go. They're in the shield. All those troops in the shield. All right. Bring you down into the shield. Land in shield. Gonna have an AA versus AA battle. I think that'll be pretty funny. Flak versus flak. Don't give me no flak. All right. Up into space with you. Bring you back down. Hey, my music's not playing. I just realized. Options. Let's get that music on. There we go. Let's hear it sounding like coming through the live stream, shall we? We'll see in a second how it's sounding. Remember, Battle of Britain did not have fast movers. Fast movers require 3 separate radars to engage. Modern warfare is very different. That's true. That is true. And what we see in Ukraine right now is, of course, a lot of bombing on civilian locations that is not causing the country to suddenly sue for peace. So, yeah, it has its role. It has its role. All right, anyway. All right, so we've got all these units moving up here. We'll come back because we've got air units coming to join you. I think we're ending. These are these rebellion units we've been dealing with. I'm going to move this infantry on in to the palace. This infantry can probably go into the palace as well. Oh, we don't have a hospital. We need to build a hospital. There, why don't you build me a hospital? Let's build a hospital near my palace, shall we? Orders. Build city. Hospital. Build it. Whoops. Sure, we'll put a militia in there. Ukraine is a war of drones. One-way UAS launched by each side daily. Relatively few combined arms battles at this stage. Yeah, but what we see Russian tactics being is they will use that drone swarm to come in, eat up the air defense, while the bombers are overhead firing long-range missiles to come in right after the drones, with the hopes that the anti-air, the flak equivalent, is reloading. And those cruise missiles, those air-fired missiles, are the ones they hope to do the most damage. The drones have limited damage capability compared to those. So you're right, it's not combined arms fashion there. And it's interesting because air has in some ways been pulled out of the tactical battle because of how the battlefield has changed, how powerful the AA is, and nobody has true air superiority, much less air supremacy. Anyway, let's get these folks into a hospital to heal. But yeah, it's very interesting trying to model combat in games and how you want it. What elements need to be most modeled, since we are a strategic level game. And I don't think you're hearing the music. Hold on. Sorry to interrupt myself. Are you hearing the music at all? Wow. Turn up a little bit. All right. Let me know if you hear the music in game. Anyway, when you're trying to model combat in games, we're going strategic level. That means I don't care where the individual soldiers go. You can feint, you can assault, you can do normal. I care who you're combining for the attack. You are the prince of the house. You might be leading the battle. I like to joke about having Lazarus riding a tank into combat. But you've got your commanders actually executing your grand strategy. They execute it tactically. So you might be in the fight, giving everyone extra morale, but you've given the commands and others are executing. All right, you hear the music. Let me know if the music is too loud. Brian, talk about the Ukraine war. Yes, they're firing standoff cruise missiles. Right. So I've heard some discussion about how drone warfare is becoming mixed unit types. You've got various types of drones going in for it. So you have the slower weapon platforms, which are not self-destruction. You've got what they call the kamikaze drones, which go in and get destroyed. And then you've got the cruise missiles coming in behind them. So interesting how it's staggering. And we really only have this one model right now, because in other places, we're not seeing as much drone versus drone style combat. It'll be interesting to see how it continues to play out. All right, these infantry, again, we're going to take care of the rebels. So we're going to move all of these into the palace. Nice little palace infantry force. You were built up in order to deal with those. Let's go ahead and take these guys out, shall we? So let's move all these to here. We're still going to lose some air. Did I move the wrong unit? That's why I get for not using the A button. Genius. All right, all of you come here. Now, A button to select them all. Let's see what we lose. Going in normal. Oh, there's more stuff in there. Partisans, lots of anti-air. Took out my militia, took out a bunch of my air. And we now do not have anyone who can capture them. Except, nope, nobody's still in there. We should have left one militia behind. Oops. You two need to go in here right now. 3. Oops. I don't think I've got any way to bring another unit over there, do I? That's what I get. You don't have enough movement either. Oh well. My own fault. Alright, bring you up as well. I built all these militias to deal with the rebels. You are sitting here waiting for reinforcements. That artillery should not be able to fire on your fast movers. I removed their air attack in my DAT. And again, remember, while it is primarily artillery, we've talked about this before, whether it's company level, battalion level, etc. It's a big enough unit structure that it would have some AA defense around it. Though, I mean, you can argue that these should be platoon levels and therefore wouldn't. And these are the guys firing their own pistols at the planes as they come in. But we also found that when we first tested the game, again, as to why you have different things in a game, that having units completely defenseless against air really made the air powerful. So, but again, I'm glad that you're changing the DAT. That's exactly what we want players doing. Modify this game all over the place. In all the ways that suit your views, what it should be, and experiment with all different styles with it. I think we give you a lot more easy access to changing that, to changing everything in the game, so you can make that. So again, all you need to do is go into Notepad and make it happen. All right, now we are on Sutek, flying around and taking out Fog of War, my main enemy in any game. Let's see here. Oh yeah, you're raising. Orders, raise city. Yes. You're sitting. You need to go back to a city. Clearly. Now we're on Veracruz. Still got some rebels to deal with on Veracruz. Marching along. Send the infantry ahead to scout. infantry moving. I'm going to guess I was going straight up. Oh, yeah, good for you. 101. Yeah, I think we'll build a farm there. Orders. Build city. Farm. Build. Yes. Build. Militia. Hurrah. Brian. Not surface-to-air missiles. Those planes are flying high. 40 cal won't hit them. Yep, good point. Especially the strategic bombers. You're absolutely right. The dive bombers, we like to think can have some fun with, and especially the gunships. I left air attack on higher end units, removed it from low units who do not have the radar and right munitions. Yep, good way to set it up. Good way to set it up. All right, you, I think, are going to actually sentry in the fort. Make sure I'm building infantry in there. Yep. Keep that place protected. Moving you into the factory here. Nope, don't go to my transport. Not yet. Yeah, gonna have a lot of AA here because we know that the rebels have a lot of air down there. So let's take a look. 1, 2, 3.
Unit spotted. Unit spotted.
Did they leave the mine? I forget. Probably gonna lose my gunship if I attack, though, so let's just go to there and back again. Nope, don't board the transports just yet. All right, what do we have? We got a freighter up in space. Yes, we do. That's over. We'd fix that. All right, that's over Istakhr. That's what I was doing with that freighter. We'll come back to it. We got the assault lander here. So let's go through what we're doing on Istakhr as we continue to take over the planet. There's artillery down there. Anti-tank gun here. Probably going to put some stuff on that assault lander for a late attack. I don't think that's enough for an attack on a fort just yet. Move to there. Right, back to Aragon. Taken out the unit. These now we want to have come into the attack on the ruins. So let's bring it around to here. Finally take care of that ruins. We've taken care of all the ruins on this planet. Put you in the palace for now and just come back to you later. You all tried and failed. We couldn't capture those. All right, Istakhr. We've got a fort here. Should have moved these units. Farm there. We took the arboreum there. We've got a farm up here. Maybe we can take that farm? Let's see if we can take that farm. So, from here, assault lander. There you go, artillery. Move the artillery in. Put both of you on the assault lander. Take the assault lander up, bring it down. Come over to this farm here. Load. We haven't spotted anything. Let's see if we can just waltz on in. We were able to waltz on in. Keep moving to here. We'll take that assault lander back up into space. Go to the freighter. Freighter's going to move to Criticorum. Not ended our turn yet. Let's buy some stuff. Istakhr. Should be building something somewhere. Probably want to build. We've got let's build some more self-propelled artillery. Build. Self-propelled artillery. Build. Okay, that takes care of Istakhr. Go to Aragon. Build some more engineers. Build engineer in the farm. Build engineer in electronics. And build engineer in chemicals. All right, let's see. Don Snog, good seeing you. Beep, beep, boop. Hi, everyone. Been talking about the latest fixes to the game. Are there any that you're particularly excited about, Don? Love to know. All right, let's see. Now I think we have moved. Oh, right. We're doing our building. So we can go to Sutek. Let's build an engineer somewhere on Sutek as well. Build an engineer in this mine. Okay. And just to show it off again, let's go to the city info screen. Let's look at, well, let's use number pad to move through all of these. Whee! Look at that. And we'll go to a mine on Veracruz. There we are. Oh. Ow. That's where their air is. Ruh-roh. Remember, we put all that AA down there. Apparently, we need it up here. Well, let's build anti-air right here. And let's see, an engineer somewhere. Let's build another engineer here in the mine. All right. I think we're doing okay on money. Let's take a look at the house screen. Love this finances button folks have been talking about. Oh my, we are spending a bit more than we are bringing in. We need to conquer more cities on Istakhr. Sorry, we're having a request from the princess. Did she say it was all right? Let's go first. Uh-oh. Let's wait till that return. Yeah, when you had this. Didn't you just have this? Oh, it's upstairs? I thought it was here. Okay, yes, after I'm done streaming. Ugh. The princess has made her feelings known. Man, look how many militias I have, 103. That's a big expense for me. Not as much as my cruiser, just wait till I have those dreadnoughts. Alright. We'll increase my taxes a little bit. Not that tithe skim. We saw those rebellions were treating us. Alright. Okay. So now we'll end turn.
The Hazat.
Okay. Leolan received 11 votes. There is a new scepter out there somewhere. Hazat received 15. Awkward 5, Almalik 5. I've been declared the new regent. I'm finally regent. Woohoo! Not all the monopoles, singularities, electronics, chemicals, etc. Leolan, diplomatic request. Give me genetics, and I'll give you alien psychology technology. I thought I already had alien psychology. Reject it for now. Picados. Give me singularity tech. Reject. Hawkwood. Give me genetics. I'll give you 1800 firebirds. Reject. Give me peace treaty. Reject. All right. Exit. Well, let's build our infantry. We know we want to build an infantry. Whoops. Yep. We're building infantry. All right. We'll come back to that screen. Now let's do it right now. Back to messages. I do like being able now to do my building from here. So you see I clicked on that. Now I am already building the infantry there. And go to that fort, build infantry, go to this fort. And I could of course be doing this from the city info screen. You're absolutely right. I like using the message screen. All right, so now we got those built. Ryan, do you ever get to control the regent units on Byzantium when you are a regent? They just seem to be there in my games. They are now moddable. Obviously in the main game, no you can't. They are there to give a symbol of the Emperor's power, but they're also there now to be moddable. So yeah, you're darn right that modders are going to be having fun with that. All right, here's some of my space pickets, making sure that we don't have trouble. Oh, there's a starbase popped up. Mikado's building the starbases. We'll come back to that, figure out what you're going to do. Come back to the freighter as well. Istakhr picket. All right. So in the main base game, you do not. But in the mods, oh yeah, they're very much looking forward to that. Alright, let's advance on the mine. What's in the mine? Good place to use my cruiser to bombard. Let's hit that mine, shall we? Do it again. Alright. Let's go back down, see what else. There's stuff over there to deal with. Stuff over here to deal with. Let's move my militia up to see what they see in there. Oh my goodness. It's actually pretty stacked now. Bunch of officers in that one. Can't bombard officers. You want to be bombarding up there. That's obviously leading to a ruin. I think we shelled all of these pretty handedly. Let's double check. Let's see. Yep, we cleared those out before. Alright, we'll come back to that assault lander. We've got all of these ships in orbit. We know where we've taken out most of the Almalik force, it looks like. That looks to be their main strength now. So let's try these destroyers from orbit, shall we? Took that out. Do a little bit more scouting by orbital bombardment. Take out everything in the well. No. But, yeah, there's not much Almalik strength left on this planet, is there? Check out the farm. Just make sure there's nothing else in the fort. Nope, just infantry. I think we can come back to these. More pickets. EBM, you can set assign_regency to 1 in EFS.INI if you'd like to control the Imperial Guard as regent. So there you go. Thanks, EBM. So Brian, keep modding it. The regent will get those troops. That's for those who want to know what we're talking about. On Byzantium Secundus over here, we need to go take a quick look and see what's there. Let's move this armored legion up, shall we? Got these ships, got all these really powerful troops here, powerful armor, etc., etc. No, what they don't have is a starport. So they cannot build spaceships. What you can do is build an engineer. Once you're regent, put it, well, now you can't build a city. So you really have no way to get them off planet. So they're really only here when Byzantium goes to war. So yeah, they can be a very powerful thing for the regent when war is on Byzantium Secundus. Alright, so we got our submarine moving around. Again, that's in the Dark Ages map that we're playing. That's not in the main version of the game. Move up, see all this more stuff. It gives you power on Byzantium Secundus, but it's not power that you can actually take off Byzantium Secundus, because you can't build a starport as a regent. Alright, what's in the mine? What's in the mine? Just a militia. Oh, I forgot I had that. Let's assault that militia. Oh, he did me a little damage. Good for him.
Unit spotted.
Yeah. Alright, so there is still a little Almalik activity here. If you look on the house, you'll see how badly they are in everything. Remember that I took out their labs, so their techs are down, taking out their cities, they're broke, killing their units. In their base, killing their dudes, as it were. Alright. So, might come back for another attack. You really want infantry or artillery in an attack on anti-tank. But we still have stuff up in space. Oh, there's the infantry I can bring. Alright, that's made it a lot easier. Should be a pretty quick battle when the time comes. Indeed. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Okay. Got one little Anti-tank gun does not an obstacle really make when you got all that mix of units there. Alright, but we definitely want some infantry up here because we got officers hiding in a fort, and that's going to be a pain. So let's keep bringing up reinforcements. Wish I had an officer. That's what I should be building in that fort. See if this is all I need to take that farm. We're going to try it. Infantry assaulting militia. Well, not going to hit assault with it. No. Gosh, could have hit assault. Same difference. And you will go in there to sentry it. You will get on the road. You will sentry that food. You've taken that Arboreum before. Arboreum. Now we'll get you moving. Sentry that one. Hey, good seeing a little crowd on Steam. If you have comments there, please type them in the chat. Continue to build a force here. Take the ruins. Alright, I've raised that. Now, we've got a lot of trace we want to build. We want to take 27... 7... I think we're going to build here. Probably the best idea. What about over here? Nope, that's all spoken for. Alright, so we go up here. Another mine up there. And you, unless I'm seeing some incredible metal, I want to get you building road over to here. Okay. Air unit needs to land. You're going to land back at that farm. I think we got some movement we can do first, though. Yep. Could have moved a little more, but that was good. Landed it safely. You also need to come on in and land. Can you make it all the way down here? Yes, you can. Put those fighters together now. Look at that. You're still sitting there. You're coming around for another ruins attack. You are coming on around as well. You're sitting there. You're going to go get repaired in the mine. You're going to get repaired in the mine. Can I get you to a factory quickly? Where's my nearest factory? Well, you'll be in the factory soon enough, so let's get you going over there. Get you repaired. Alright, you have done some repairing. Let you fix some more. You, I still need to get boats up to pick up. You are coming on around. And I guess next turn we'll drop you. Oh yeah, we can unload. Because they don't actually have to move to go there. But now we got a good little force coming around. Nice. I can hit A. Whoops. I can accidentally hit that. I hit A to only move those with still movement. So now everybody's here. Built another engineer. What are we doing? We're doing well on chemicals, doing well on electronics, doing well on ceram steel. Money's still a bit of an issue. Probably because I'm putting in so many militias. I want to build next. I mean, really, that chemical electronics ceram steel sequence is never a bad idea. I haven't gotten anything to build the stuff with yet. So maybe I'll keep doing that. Let's go up here for more chemicals. Orders. Build city. Chemicals. Build. Yes. Build. Militia. Build. There's that smiter. More infantry. Have you come around here to build electronics. Orders. Build city. Electronics. Build. Yes. Build. Militia. Yay. Is that militia already built? Is that militia already built? Militia in the hospital. All of you healing in the hospital. There's my ceram steel. City. Ceram steel. Build. Yes. Alright. Alright, now we gotta attack those guys again. Hate it. Where'd all that air go? Yeah, you're right. Artillery shouldn't be able to necessarily hit a strategic bomber, but they were showing off and coming in low. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Alright. Assault! There we go. Took them all out. Just in case the Ducados are...
Unit spotted.
Ooh, man, they took all the Imperiali. Oh, they've been building officers like mad. Officers are really good units. Never underestimate them. You don't have special forces. They're a good attempt at special forces. Nobody else can make it there yet. Keep that transport there while these units walk around. Alright. I'm gonna take this to the factory. Can it reach the factory this turn? No. Reach the electronics, so let's do that. Oh, can reach the hospital. Even better. Go heal in the hospital, gunship. That got tore up. Gunships can get tore up by A, that is for sure. Ha! Even manpads could not hit him. Back to the discussions on modern warfare. Alright. Finally, we'll be able to bombard Veracruz, something we've been wanting for a while. Okay. Moving out on the farm. I might have destroyed everything in the farm. We'll find out soon enough. Why are you going backwards? Go this way. Gunship. Oh, that's what would have done it. The gunship probably killed everything in there. I will confirm. Yep. That gunship killed everything in there. Forgotten I had that gunship there. Doing good work. I think that gunship also killed everything up here in the farm. Alright. So yeah, they've got all that air running around. Trying to make sure that I got stuff to deal with that air. Is there some good mining over here? Got plenty of food on this planet now. Got a couple 20 mines. Either of them give me trace. No reason not... Oh, the Exotica. I forgot I got that Exotica. That's right. If I build a mine there, I can't get that Exotica. I mean, I don't need Exotica. I've got plenty of Exotica already on this planet. Let's go here. Build another mine. Orders, build city. Mine, build. Yep. I'm tempted to build AA here. But I'll go with a militia first. Got all that AA here. Should probably unload this AA. We got plenty of AA there in case their air units come after my factory. Do hospitals accelerate healing for units inside them? They do. They're also good against the plague. Also, units heal more rapidly in places where they're initially built. They repair, I should say. So, Tanks will repair faster in factories. Same with air units. Spaceships will repair faster in starports. And never a bad idea to put your infantry back into a fort to retrain, refurbish, and refit. All right.
Unit spotted.
Now they put it all in there, including AA. So yeah, I'm not going to use him against AA. But rocket artillery has a whole bunch of anti-air protection. So
Unit spotted.
I'm going after that immediately. No. All right, Marauders are pickets in space. Criticorum. Where was I taking the freighter? And I think I'm taking the assault lander is going back to Istakhr. Freighter, on the other hand, is heading to Aragon. Via Byzantium Secundus. Where it's safe in space since you can't fight there. Now, is there somebody I want to move? Oh, I haven't finished all my orbital combat up here. Let's get back up into space. Let's go ahead and get, let's go ahead and get these two. Oh, come on. And we will take out that anti-tank gun block in my way. Right there. Blam! Didn't kill it! Goodness gracious. Alright, now it's done. Okay, now I'll want to move my scouts up ahead.
Unit
See what's in the
spotted.
farm. They got more. Hey! Yeah, you can tell that at one stage in this game, air was pretty powerful. Look at all that A we're building. Oh, and hidden units. Probably militia. No, armor. Oh, that's not good. I think we've used up all our orbital bombardment. I think we got anyone want to move around yet that way. Oh yeah, that's right. We do want to take that fort. I want to bring more units into there. Maybe that's what we should do. Rather they not keep building officers there. The more officers in a fort dug in, that can be a real pain. Who do I want to bring over? Let's see. Where do I have two good units? Oh, that's right. We want to get up in that area as well. Sooner rather than later. So we got these two infantry. They're out of movement, unfortunately. Rawr. Fine, I'm gonna... What am I gonna do with that? You all will just keep moving. That farm in a minute, and there's a ruin down there as well. Yeah, I really would like to have an officer if I'm going to be attacking officers. Let's at least get two more infantry in that fight. So Assault Lander is just going to stay up in space for now. We're not ending our turn because Byzantium Secundus. We're controlling the fleet. It is time for... Oh, I did promise them that. Now, who do I want to give Stigmata? Probably the Leon. I guess it's the way I want it to be. And guess what I'm going to do next? Declare yourself Emperor! Bum, 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 bum. All right. Now we got to start trading for votes again. Hey, Nikolai, give me votes at the next election. And I'll give you a ministry, the Stigmata Garrison. I'll give you technology, so Ram Steel. I'll give you a planet map. How many planets are worth giving them info from? I don't know if I've got any for Delphi. We'll say Delphi.
Message sent.
Guess we should do a similar deal with Celestra. Give me votes at the next election. You are my ally. We have a higher like. As a result, give you technology for alien psychology. And ministry to Caroline. Oops. Whoops. Completely messed that up. Might be getting a little tired. Give me votes at the next election. And I'll give you ministry if I'm elected, Caroline. Give you technology, genetics. And give you a planet map. What was I saying? Delphi. I have no idea if I know anything about Delphi.
Message sent.
All right. We'll do some quick building as well. Veracruz. Where we'd like an engineer. Probably right here. Build engineer. Build. All right. Tech. Build an engineer here. Build. Engineer, build. Back to Aragon. Some engineers training, build. Engineer, build. Build. Engineer, build. Build in the fusorium, build. Engineer, build. And Brian comments also. Vanilla, the only air you have to task organize to defeat in Vow fighters. Everything shoots air in vanilla. Yeah, we did bring up a lot of stuff against air because air was just getting too powerful in early testing. And the healing info, you can change hospitals as well in all our DAT files. All right. And did we do all our building on Istakhr? I'm pretty sure we did, but I'll just double check. We need to get all these mines up there. That's what we need. I'm going to build an air unit. Do I have electronics? I don't have enough electronics for air, that's for sure. But I can buy some. So, let's go back to the factory. Oops. Build. I will admit this is a handy little tool I like to see. Gunship. It takes. I'm going to buy one electronics. Yes, and it gets immediately used, and now I'm building a gunship. All right. And turn.
The Hazat.
Here we go. Get to vote again, since I have gone for Emperor. I might have gone too early. I'm not sure if I got their votes coming in yet. Yes. Oh no, I don't think I'm going to get the vote. I don't think I'm going to win next time. I don't think I'm winning that vote. That's going to be a problem. I need genetics. Mainly psychology, sure. Votes checked. Votes checked. Checked. I might have cast my vote made my move for Emperor too quickly. Build that infantry unit. Build that infantry unit. I want an officer here now. Whoops. Oh, I already built it. Veracruz, we definitely want an officer. I don't have enough electronics for a DOS tactic yet. Right, keep building infantry. Need my DOS tactic. So you should be continuing on to Aragon. Pickets in space. Pickets in space. Pickets in space. Back to you. I think this will be my last turn. Wait and see how the Imperial vote goes. Okay, what is left here to hit? Anything still in that farm? Let's find out. Move these units up to the farm.
Unit spotted.
Okay, so there is still stuff there. That should take something real. On the wrong step. All right, let's take care of this farm really quickly. Bang, 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 bang. Combat done. Where else might there be all Malik units? We'll look around here again. Yeah, look at that. Good to take those out. It's electronics, I believe. Maybe they got something in the mine now. Do. Cruiser wasn't doing very good shots. Back to that. You two. We definitely want to come through here and take all these units up here quickly. We can bombard these and just sweep right through pretty effectively. All out rapidamente, as it were. I do like my two-gun combos because that way, at least, I'm usually pretty assured of hitting something each bombardment. It's only one. All right, Veracruz. Been waiting for this. Let's first make sure we can just walk into all of these rebel-controlled areas, and we can. Wow, look at all those goodies. But this is one of those instances where I've got to raise the farm again. Because right now, it's competing with my ability to go with this, even if I built out at sea. I have to raise that and then build a new farm and then build new energy. And oh, goodness gracious. Leave an infantry in here. You all sit there for an eventual going after those ruins. Got that farm. Build a militia. You can start walking on down to go after there. Gunship. Alright. You moving towards the factory. Garrison you, get you into the factory, do not put you on the transport. No, I want to keep my transport where AA can protect it until I need to build some atmosphere fighters is what I need to do. What am I building this factory? Oh, that's right, I'm lacking the electronics to really build here. Alright, let's get going.
Unit spotted.
So the rocket artillery is still sitting there.
Unit spotted.
So are the hovers.
Unit spotted.
Ooh, that's a big old stack. And right now, I don't see anything in the mine. So, we know they're going to have PTS guns. Yep, there's a PTS gun right there. However, that's a big old stack. Let's see what happens when we shoot the stack, because they don't have it under the... This is my best time to take out his best unit. These hover units are awesome. Oh, and of course the rocket artillery. Oh my gosh, there's a ton of stuff there. All right, now we'll see how much damage the PTS guns do me. Not much. That's not a strong PTS force. We're going to keep doing this. Whittle down his force. Take a little bit of damage. When some units take too much damage, we'll drop them out of there. Ah! One of them dead! Alright, so that takes care of that force. Alright, where am I still doing my war on Fog of War? It's over here. All right, that's a pretty well-defended fort if we end up becoming the Emperor. You back in there. Sentry you again. Have you sitting there. Pretty well walking into this farm now. Driving in. I guess I want someone to keep scouting up ahead. Let's walk on in, grab that farm, build militia. Move you up to there. All right. Now everyone else is coming around to take a look at these ruins. Okay. Do our deployments over here. And really would like an officer in this group. Move you in there for some healing. Everybody heading around. Join in this attack. Go ahead and... Oh, that's right. Everyone going into the fort with all the officers. This is a good force to try and dig out a couple of officers. I wish I had more artillery, but this should do it. 3 officers. Alright. Lost some troops, but could certainly have been worse. We'll go into the fort to heal up. And you know what? I am going to build an officer. Costs 1,000 firebirds. Oh no, it costs 500. Yeah, let's do that. Maybe it did cost 1,000. Oh, well, anyway. We're building an officer. Let you all heal. Sentry. I took some of their Imperial Eye food. Let's move that into my own palace. We're going to eat that yummy Imperial Eye food. These troops coming up for the attack on Road to Ruin up ahead. You're sitting there. I want you doing this food down here. Doing well on food. Energy over there. Oh man. That's a good place for metal, but then we can't get that energy. Oh, we got plenty of energy on this planet. Lots of food down south. Decent metal down south. All right, so that's my best place for metal. Let's just go straight here. Okay. You're going up here to build a mine. Orders. Build a city. Mine. Build, yes. Of course, build militia. And you're building road. And you're keeping an eye on things. You two. Zipping around. All right, I'm going to move these into the farm for a turn of healing. Nice force sitting here, ready for the ruins. You're healed and ready for the ruins. You all are together and ready for the ruins. I've already got, hit A and find out, 11 units here. I'm going to want to bring 9 of these. So obviously the noble. Oh, they're already fully healed. Noble. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 already. Moving over there. We got some air around here somewhere, don't we? Drop you two out, let you heal, and keep you all moving. I know we want one of our transports to go way up here to get that relic in that hover vehicle. And you... I'll move you to the palace. Nope. No, because I'm about to do this attack, and then I'll be able to take you all off. We've got another room right there I just saw. So I'll do a little bit of scouting with you right now. Okay. We're still healing there. You all are waiting. You're going to the factory to heal. Let's go ahead and build another chemical up here. Actually, I'm starting to get low on trace and energy. I need to start taking a look at that. Actually, I need to put you all, I need to put some engineers on boats. That's what I need to do. I'm going to build another electronics. I'm going to start being able to build spaceships soon. The rest of you... You guys are healing up pretty quickly. Leave you all here. I do think, I'm not sure if the gunship heals faster in the factory or in the hospital. I'm gonna move into the factory. But you all keep healing in the hospital. Okay, so yeah. Move these engineers there. Gotta remember that that's what your job is to do, is to pick up engineers. There are those air units. Want it down here. Not sure where I want the bow collar to bring these 4 units. Let's load them up in any case. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lecture. Not you. Shoot you up into space. Down. I could put you here. I think I'll have 20 anyway. Maybe I'll put you down the cyclotron as well. And put that bull collar up in space. Militia moving along to keep an eye on the eye. I'm going to actually fortify garrison that mine just in case their air comes out after me. Get you back in the factory. Alright, so we've got these 2 assault landers. We want that ruin over there. We also know there's a ruin up there. We want one to pick up whatever's here. Alright, let's start with that. Drop you down. Right there. Load you up. Put you back into space. And I want some troops who have some movement. Yep, right there. Show space. Bring you down into the fort. Onto you. Anti-tank gun and the artillery. Shoot you up into space. Bring you down. Where did I take them out for sure? I'm pretty sure that I cleaned out the electronics. And I do need electronics. Whoa, you've got you moving around. I did not clean out the electronics. I should have looked more closely. Alright. And now we have taken that. And now we have 6 electronics on the planet. We have one around here. Not a lot. Alright, now we want to drop you down right into the electronics. Unload. Now we got decent force there to start moving through the road. Not in turn yet. Oh, hey, good conversations. Vow production. You can change the vow production. You say, at present, the vow take over the galaxy unless you win quickly. Will the vow production be nerfed? We pull that up again to take a look. The vow. All right. So right now, that was in this INI. The build stuff. All right. What you can do here. Yeah, we put a lot in here now. You're right. You are correct. Oh, here we go. Right now, the vow are activated, regardless of whether they're attacked, when someone researches plague bomb. You can change that to -1 to disable that feature, or make a different technology. Dervishes, Cure for Necrosis is an example. Zil War Beast is a good example. So you can put in a different technology there. Or you just make the -1 to turn that off. So what I recommend is you turn this to -1, especially if you're doing a multiplayer game, you don't want them popping up, do that. They should be respecting the 20 unit version. We've been working on that as well. So after the next patch, I'm actually surprised they're still doing 20 plus units. After the next patch, let us know if you still see any more 20 unit stacks of vow in space. And I mean, remember, you can always put your own timer in OBS Dark just by saying game ends at this time. I mean, the League, the Church, the Vow, the Symbiotes, they're all there to put pressure on the players, not to say it ends at a certain time. They are forces that you can push back against to keep the game going longer. You can certainly say whoever has the most by, and this is what a lot of people do in multiplayer. They'll say whoever's in the lead after 50 turns wins. Whoever's, and that's based on that, based on this chart. So yes, that gives Hawkwood an little early lead, but it's not in any way insurmountable. It's stuff you can change with. Yeah, I thought we uploaded a fix for the 20 units thing, so check. And if you're seeing a more than 20 unit stack, wow, I'm looking forward with everybody. You're seeing a stack that's more than 20 units and you're in the most recent version, please do let us know. Unless there's a legacy from something else. Thank you, OBS Dark. Appreciate that. Brian Hancock will tell us more about the upcoming... Oh, sorry. Talked about the vow. Brian, were you here when I talked earlier about things like using A for select and about the minor fixes and the use of the city info screen? Kenya says, thank you for keeping the game around. I missed it the first time around 30 years ago and I'm having a blast with it. Looking forward to future development. Thank you, Kenya. I hope you're enjoying other people's mods and trying modding as well. I might have to do that after I'm done with this game. I was going to do multiplayer, but I think I might have to do a deeper dive into modding. One of our modders is working on a modding guide. So maybe we'll do that next. Alright, what else was I talking about? Istakhr. Doing a lot of good building here. Probably get something building at the other factory. Maybe get a... Yeah, let's get a Tiger Lily, one of our scout tanks. Build that. Medium tank. Tank killer. Let's do a Tiger Lily. Tiger Lily scout tank. That'll be nice. Let's see. Aragon. Let's get 3 more engineers being built. With an engineer in electronics. Ram steel. We haven't built an engineer here. We should be building up in this area too. Energy that we're not. We surely need more energy and trace in this game. Good places for trace over here. No, we pretty well exploited all the trace out here. We've pretty well exploited all the trace on this planet. Yep. We need to start ferrying in trace from other planets is what we need to do. Alright, anyway, back to building some more engineers. Building electronics. Not building in the factory right now. As we're dealing with ruins, let's get another atmosphere fighter going. Again, you never know what air is in there, and you want your own air to take care of them, your own AA units. Okay, so that was Aragon. Head over to Sutek. We want to build another engineer here. Got lots of energy here. That's good to see. Build an engineer here. Let's go finally to Veracruz. Need more metal on Veracruz. I think we'll go with what we have here now. Plenty of food now on Veracruz. This is definitely my breadbasket planet. We will need engineers coming up here. That's finally where the metals are that I need on this planet. All right. We did not get the votes we were hoping for. So we'll find out next time we tune in if we win. OBS Dark. May I suggest adding more Val factions? Maybe adding some internal conflict and maybe less of gray goo behavior. I mean, they just expand, use all the freaking tiles that they can. No cost, no sense, no reward for clean it either. Thank you. All right, take a look at that. Build cities one after the other. And the symbiotes are not expanding at the same speed as the Val. All right, we will take a look at that. Definitely, definitely. All right, let's do some diplomacy. Nikolai, give me votes at the next election. And I'll give you a ministry if I'm elected. Stigmata. I'll give you technology. Ceram steel. You didn't like what I was giving you last time around, so maybe I gotta do money. Give you 1,000. Don't have the money I need in this game. Time to sell some stuff.
Message sent.
And Celestia. Me. Votes at the next election. Give all votes. I'll give you ministry. Here I give you technology. Ceram steel. And money again. Yeah, I've been a little money short in this game. I should probably sell something and make a bunch of money real quick. What do I have a lot of on Aragon? Let's take a look at Aragon. What do I have lots of? I don't have a lot of gems. Got a lot of food. Let's sell some food. That's a quick and easy sale. How much do I have in here? 8! That's not what I was hoping for. Food must be over here. In that case, the pain to get over to the Agora. Maybe all the food's over here? Oh yeah, that's where all my food is. 828 and 999. Let's move that one, the 999. Yep. Really, is that the fastest way? All right. Okay. All right. OBS Dark says, Brian Hancock, yes, a timestamp of some fashion in the saves would be good too. Would help to know which one is the most recent, especially if it defines the order too. Any chance we get the load menu to sort the most recent save to the top of the menu? Instead of going by alphabetical? I'm going to take a look at that. Good question. Good question. Yeah, put that in. If you're in the Discord, please put that in suggestions. Please do. Please do. All right. Yeah, good to see a number of you on Steam. Good to see all of you here on YouTube. Appreciate all the conversation, the chats, and the thoughts. I think I have done my diplomacy. Still spending more money than I would like. At least I have more income coming in than expenses. Yeah. All right, everybody. Oh, I appreciate everyone's Discord. Go ahead and post a suggestion about the load menu in the Steam forum, the Steam discussions, or GOG forums, one or the other. All right, everybody, that's been much fun. I should write myself a note. Send message, Lazarus. Collecting engineers on Aragon with naval transport. Rebels on Vera Cruz Island plus well. Yeah, Istakhr is pretty well mine. You need to start looking at taking those Hawkwood boat scepters, I think. All right. Good deal.
Message sent.
Thank you, everybody. Brian Hancock, thanks for the great game. You guys are making it realize its full potential. Thank you, Brian. Thanks to the community for all its help and input. I will see you all, I believe, next Sunday. Next Fading Sunday again. Thanks. Oh, yes. Thanks. He says, thanks for the stream. Glad to. Lots of fun. Cheers.